Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, supporters. So to the point, the 1.6 Cdti engine, often dubbed the Whisper Diesel, was a significant development for Opel and Vauxhall, aiming to replace older 1.3L and 1.7L diesel units with a more refined, efficient, and powerful offering. Introduced around 2013 to 2014, it became a staple in many of their compact and mid-size models. Overview and design. Type: 1.6-liter 1,598 cubic centimeters, inline four-cylinder, DOHC, double overhead camshaft, diesel engine. Configuration: transversely mounted, designed for front-wheel drive applications. Fuel system: common rail direct injection with a variable geometry turbocharger, VGT or VG, and intercooler. This allows for precise fuel delivery and optimal turbocharger performance across the RPM range. Emission control features a diesel particulate filter, DPF, and a lean NOx trap, LNT, for exhaust aftertreatment, helping it meet Euro 5 and Euro 6 emission standards. Some later versions might also incorporate selective catalytic reduction, SCR, with AdBlue. Key design philosophy: focused on reducing noise, vibration, and harshness, NVH, compared to its predecessors, hence the Whisper Diesel nickname. This involved optimized component design, multiple injection events, and additional acoustic measures. History and versions. The 1.6 Cdti engine first debuted in the Opel Zafira Tourer around 2013, before being rolled out to high-volume models like the Astra, Insignia, Mach-E, and Corsa. It came in various power outputs to suit different vehicle sizes and market demands. 95 horsepower, 70 kilowatts, often found in entry-level models or those prioritizing maximum economy. 110 horsepower, 81 kilowatts, a popular and very efficient version, often achieving excellent CO2 figures. 136 horsepower, 100 kilowatts, a strong all-rounder, offering a good balance of power and economy. 160 horsepower, 118 kilowatts, a higher performance variant, often featuring twin turbocharging for increased power and torque, particularly in the Insignia. These engines were branded as EcoFlex in many markets, signifying their focus on fuel efficiency and lower emissions. Advantages: refinement: Whisper Diesel, significantly quieter and smoother than older Opel and Vauxhall diesels. 1.3L and 1.7L, especially at idle and lower RPMs. This was a major selling point. Fuel efficiency: known for very good fuel economy, particularly the lower power versions. They offered competitive figures for their class. Strong performance: higher output versions, the 136 horsepower and 160 horsepower variants, provide ample power and torque, making them suitable for larger vehicles and motorway cruising. Lower emissions: designed to meet stringent Euro emission standards, making them environmentally competitive. Modern technology incorporates common rail, VGT turbo, and advanced emission control, reflecting contemporary diesel engine design. Disadvantages: timing chain issues. This is the most significant and frequently reported problem. The timing chain system, particularly the tensioner, has been prone to issues. Some early designs of the tensioner allowed oil to drain when the engine was off, leading to rattling noises on cold startup. If left unaddressed, this slack can cause premature wear on the chain and guides, potentially leading to catastrophic engine failure if the chain skips or breaks. The timing chain is also located on the gearbox side of the engine, making replacement a more labor-intensive and expensive job than on engines where it's at the front. DPF and EGR issues. Like most modern diesels, the 1.6 Cdti is susceptible to diesel particulate filter, DPF, clogging if frequently used for short journeys or city driving without sufficient motorway runs. Exhaust gas recirculation, EGR, valve issues, sticking, clogging can also occur. Oil consumption. Linked to timing chain, some reports of increased oil consumption, which can sometimes be linked to the timing chain tensioner issue or general wear. Dieselgate impact. Some vehicles were affected by the Dieselgate emission scandal, and subsequent software fixes could, in some cases, negatively impact drivability or increase wear on components like the EGR valve. Higher maintenance costs. Long-term, while generally reliable for the first few years, potential timing chain or DPF issues can lead to expensive repairs later in the car's life. Common faults and breakdowns. Timing chain rattle and failure. As highlighted, this is the most prevalent and serious issue. Listen for a distinct rattling noise, especially on cold starts, that persists for a few seconds. If it continues or becomes louder, immediate inspection is needed. DPF clogging, reduced power, warning lights, and increased fuel consumption can indicate a clogged DPF. Requires regeneration, forced or through a long drive, or replacement. EGR valve problems. Sticking or failing EGR valves can lead to rough idling, reduced power, increased emissions, and warning lights. Oil pressure sensor faults can cause incorrect oil pressure readings or warning lights. Increased fuel consumption. If the timing chain is rattling or other components are failing, it can lead to higher than usual fuel consumption. Fuel consumption. The 1.6 Cdti is generally considered to be a very fuel-efficient engine, especially in its lower power configurations. Official NEDC combined figures, e.g., Astra 1.6 Cdti, 110 horsepower, often quoted around 3.4 to 3.7 liters per 100 kilometers, 76 to 83 miles per gallon UK, and 64 to 69 miles per gallon US. Real-world consumption varies significantly with driving style and conditions. Mixed driving, typically 4.5 to 6.0 liters per 100 kilometers, 47 to 62 miles per gallon UK, and 39 to 52 miles per gallon US. Highway driving can achieve excellent figures, often below 4.0 liters per 100 kilometers, 70 plus mpg UK, and 58 plus mpg US at steady speeds. City driving will see consumption rise, especially if the DPF is frequently trying to regenerate. Owners report varying experiences, with some seeing slightly increased consumption over time, potentially linked to chain issues or general wear. Timing. The 1.6 Cdti engine uses a timing chain to synchronize the crankshaft and camshafts. Unlike a timing belt, a timing chain is theoretically designed to last the lifetime of the engine. However, as noted in the faults section, the 1.6 Cdti's timing chain system, specifically the tensioner and guides, has been a known weakness. While there's no fixed replacement interval, if rattling noises appear, it indicates an issue that needs immediate attention to prevent severe engine damage. Many mechanics recommend proactive inspection or replacement around 150,000 kilometers, 93,000 miles, or if noise symptoms develop, often incorporating revised tensioner components. Oil type and change interval. Oil type. The 1.6 Cdti typically requires a low SAPS, sulfate ash, phosphorus, sulfur, full synthetic engine oil to protect the DPF. The specific viscosity and specification often depend on the year and specific engine variant, but commonly include 5W, 30 meeting Dexos 2 or OV0 401547, D30 or OV0 401547, G30 specifications. Some variants might specify 0W, 20 or 0W, 30 meeting specific GM or ACES C2 and C3 and C5 and C6 standards. Crucial. Always refer to your vehicle's owner's manual for the exact and most up-to-date oil specification, as using the wrong oil can damage emission control systems, DPF, and the engine itself. Oil capacity varies slightly by model, but is generally around 5 liters. Change interval. GM vehicles typically use an oil life monitoring, OLM, system, which calculates the optimal oil change interval based on driving conditions. This can result in intervals of up to 30,000 kilometers, 18,000 miles, or 1 year, whichever comes first. However, given the known timing chain sensitivities and the nature of modern diesel engines, DPF, turbo, Many owners and independent mechanics recommend more frequent oil changes, often every 15,000 kilometers, 9,000 miles, or less, especially if the car is used for a lot of short journeys or in stop-start traffic. Frequent and correct oil changes are considered vital for the longevity of the timing chain. Review and opinions. Initial reviews of the 1.6 Cdti were generally positive, praising its refinement, strong mid-range torque, and impressive fuel economy compared to older diesel engines. It was seen as a strong competitor in its class. However, over time, the widespread reports of timing chain issues have significantly impacted its reputation, particularly for vehicles outside of warranty. While many owners have trouble-free motoring, the potential for an expensive timing chain replacement or catastrophic engine failure weighs heavily on the engine's perception. Overall, the 1.6 Cdti is a modern, generally efficient, and refined diesel engine that offers good performance for its size. However, prospective buyers should be acutely aware of the timing chain issues and factor in potential preventative maintenance or repair costs, especially on higher mileage examples. Diligent adherence to oil change intervals with the correct oil is crucial for its longevity. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.